Welcome back. Live streaming, Big Dano Plays, Kingdom Death. Everyone loves it when I do this instead of painting toy soldiers. But I'm very enthusiastic about where I am in my Kingdom Death campaign right now. And so I'm about to have a showdown against this champion, whose name is the Dung Beetle Knight. Here is a picture of him from the side. Pay no attention to this storytelling card. That's just something I need to remember. Look at him, look at the legend, the Dung Beetle Knight. He's a beast. Hello there, Mini-Man. So guess what, mate? We're on Lantern Year 15 and you're still alive, champion. There he is. In fact, you're one of my good survivors. You've got all sorts of equipment and gear and all sorts of shit now. Yes, little you, mate, on fire. All right, so I'll just snip over here to the timeline. So we're on Lantern Year 15. We're about to dive into the big, important fight at level Lantern Year 16 against the Lion Knight. We need to win that fight. We need to have a successful battle against the Lion Knight. If we do that, then we are on track to build the Green Armour Set, which is one of the probably the most difficult thing to do in the game, I would suggest, right now. And technically using the new node system is not even possible, but we're very close. We've got two pieces made. We've got two pieces made of the Green Armour Set. If we go and have a look at our gear section here, I'll show you this. So we've managed to build the Fetosaurus and the green gloves. So we have 5 more pieces to make. If we can successfully do that, it'll be the first time I've ever done it, and it'll be, to my knowledge, the first time anyone's ever done it on stream. We had a couple of things go our way very early on, and then I made some absolute fucking dog shit mistakes, and had to start again, basically with one piece. But I'm back on track now. So we're about to face off against a Dung Beetle Knight. The first time you face against a Dung Beetle Knight with the innovation storytelling, we add secret meeting to the timeline 2 years from now. Mate, Wheel of Time episode 7, unreal. Landfear, killing it, absolutely killing it. I'm frothing the show. It's chalk and cheese how much better season 2 is. Like, I can't wait for it. Season 1 was okay, I enjoyed it, but season 2 is like, wow, if people gave the show away at this juncture, they've missed out. Anyway, innovating storytelling lets us get another crucial component of what we need for this. We're facing a level 2 Dung Beetle Knight. So we're about to go on a hunt, and we have 5 survivors. Dano's still in it, Kalen's still in it, Seb's still around, Top's still around too. He's actually our Axe Master right now. Old Toppy, he's a beast actually. I'm contemplating taking him out for this fight. No, I'll take him out for one of the other fights. No, we'll be fine. Should I take him out? No, I'm not going to take him out. Cool, so we're on to departing now. Departing survivors also gain insanity from... We depart, gain insanity from Seb, who has endless babble because he is the gibbering lunatic. Departing survivors gain 1 insanity, which is good. Manage departing survivors 1 insanity. You are wearing a full set. Anything for you? Juggernaut. Yep. So we're going to carry around a fresh acanthus, and we can do that in your satchel, August, which is good. Yeah. So we had this settlement event, which is called Glossolalia, where everyone just loses the ability to talk, and eventually everyone gets it back, but you did not. you've just become an endless babbler. And so you have a downside, which is now you can no longer encourage other survivors, but everyone gets insanity when they're walking around with you because you're a fucking gibberer. Kaylin, so you do not gain insanity because you are disembodied. You have 2 Guardian rerolls. Legendary Lungs. Hemophobia sucks, but nothing for you. Yeah, you were. Yep. Yep, you still have that ability. That's your neuroses from your survivalism. You failed to encourage. That's why I picked you for that event, because it was a possibility. So I was like that. All right, you have Death Collector, so you gain 2 death tokens. Red Fist. Ooh. Everyone gets a strength token from Red Fist. That's torment, you dickhead. Fuck yeah. Love Red Fist. Strength, 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 strength. I'll show you this page. As I'm sure you figured out, the game gets remarkably more complex the longer it goes on. Start of each showdown, each survivor gains a +1 strength token. Survivors may spend those in place of survival, which is good. So I'm just going to give that to everyone now. On here, 1 strength, 1 strength, 1 strength, 1 strength. Strength, Red Fist. Deno, you're a weapon. Layla. Yeah, no, I love it. 1 survival and 1 strength token you've already got. 1 accuracy, 1 strength and savage you've already got. Beautiful. 3 survival on departure. Perfection. Seb, selfish tenacity. That's there. Bit of high roller. Good. All right, we're good to depart. And so we'll nip back over here. So we're going to chase this guy. We are going to put herb gathering and mineral gathering and tuning at this spot right here. So after overwhelming darkness. So these bad boys. These bad boys. And we've departed, so we'll do our first hunt event with August. So we flip this and we get an Ark Survivor hunt event. Cool! So this is the Ark Survivor hunt event table, which is a new thing in the new campaign. And we roll a 2 little stones. Survivors reach a group of trees bearing fragrant fruits, the underbrush thick with vegetation. The abundance of nutrients is irresistible, and the group eats until they are beyond full. If the settlement's collective cognition is 9+, the survivors continue their hunt with vigor. It is. So everyone gains survival up to the settlement's survival limit. Do we have a dreamist? Survivalism, Maralism, Lanternism, Deadism, Gourmandism. Wonderful. We all gain max survival. How good is that? Great work, Ark Survivor Hunt event. So the next hunt event revealer is Kaylin. She's whipping this over and we get the Bugman. Kaylin's courage is 6, so we roll a dice. If we roll equal to or less, we can get a equal to or less. Yeah! She investigates. You investigate. Otherwise, you panic. Does Kaylin want a fecal salve? She really doesn't. Oh well, she has to investigate. 7+ is what we want. 7+! Oh, it's a 5. Okay, so she has to gain a fecal salve. In case you're wondering, what is a fecal salve? Well, here is a fecal salve. It is a container of poo that you can smear upon yourself so the monster doesn't target you. And I don't love that at all. Has to be monster grease. Very annoying. So I had to remove had to remove one of my cards, so I had to remove the monster grease to replace it with a fecal salve. Awful. Mind you, could have been worse, could have been someone like Deno. Hunt event over here. Sudden rumbling. So this is Deno. Oh no, got to roll lower than your courage. I roll 6, so I do not. I dive away, and when we dive away, we roll 6, which is not enough. I suffer 2 event damage to my arms. I feel like we're going to be okay. Done that one. A random hunt event, and it is a random event. We roll 37. A lot of bookkeeping in this game, but I like it. 37 is lost. Move the survivors 2 spaces back on the hunt board. 1, 2. So we move to here. There's a new random hunt event, and we flip. Oh. It's probably the only time I didn't want to face Bone Eaters is right now. Guess what? I set this guy up, and now we don't even get to use him at this point. We have to face Bone Eaters at level 2. Bone Eaters. They have their own special little board. We'll switch to this view. Very cool. Did I forget anything? No, can't remember that. Okay, so let's move that up. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look at the Bone Eaters encounter. Something I should have done, which I didn't do, that might have just saved my bacon. So the Bone Eaters are a level 2 encounter. Yeah, you need to be Lantern Year 8 or higher. Yeah. If any survivor has an instrument, they play it in Defiance. We do not have an instrument. Emotional damage. Here is the Bone Eaters. Look at them. And what has been really great recently is I've found out how the Bone Eaters came about because I have a Marrowist. It's very exciting. Okay, this could be good. So we're facing off against... Wow, we need all this gear. We need the stone fingers. One, 2. All right, how many Bone Eaters do we face off against? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll let you all choose which 4 we place. And by you all, I mean you, Minimancer. So, does this guy get a start? Yes, he's the king. Of course he gets a start. Does this chick carrying you on her back? Yes, she gets a start. Does this dude carrying the sword get a start? Absolutely he does. He's a crazy guy. And does this chick carrying a skeleton get a start? She does. Wonderful. Okay, so let's just read a few bits and pieces. This is going to be fun. Just got to find the thing. There it is. Okay, so your +1 damage on these buff heads. And we've got Skull Surgeon. The champion is the survivor with the highest courage. So I unfortunately think that might be Kalen, which could be potentially bad. 6, 1. Yeah, Kalen is the one sitting in the middle of the Bone Eaters. Yep. And then everyone else goes down the bottom. So we'll put this scout here. There? No, it's there. Scout will go there because we don't really want them to do anything. Deno, that. All right. This could be a good outcome for us. So we'll add an encounter. We add Bone Eaters level 2. Manage departing survivors. We apply arrival bonuses because we just arrived at the showdown. Okay, so the Bone Eaters have this action. Let's put that there. And then they have multiple decks. So this is the critical deck. Go there. This is the counter deck. It can go there. This is the opportunity deck. The counter card, no. Go there. Very nice, very nice. They have Skull Surgeons as a trait. We have Stone Fingers in play. And then we have these 4. So I'll just put these here. Okay, let's go. So these Bone Eaters are toughness 9. This shouldn't prove too much of a challenge. We should be able to dash surge. Kalen's lost her evasion though. That's so annoying. She's got a fecal salve. Okay, so Skull Surgeons after damage bleed to their basic action. Oh, fuck. That's bad for us. Okay, let's go. So we have to flip one of these cards. So this is the person who will be activating first for the Bone Eaters. It's the chick holding the corpse up. So she conducts a basic action, which is the closest threat in range. It has to be Kalen, so she will attack Kalen. At this flow, we are going to do this survivor, who is Layla. Layla, got me on my knees. Layla, I'm begging, darling, please, Layla. So she'll dash to get into position there, and then she will surge to make an attack. and she will do that with her fist and tooth. So fist and tooth is normally hitting on an 8, goes to a 7 because she's in the rear, goes to 6-5 because of her accuracy. That's a 9, a 10 and a 2. Anything for perfect hits? No. So this is toughness 9. And she's strength 5, so she will wound on a 4, and she will critical on a 8. So that's an 8, which is a critical. So that's the first time I've done a critical against these guys. So we flip this. Critical wound. Another survivor adjacent to the Bone Eater. Oh, cool. Kaylin could just spend a survival and we could just kill him. We'll do that. Kaylin spends a survival and he just dies from the critical wound. Get out of here, Bone Eater. Job done. G'day, Aureoclast. You died, mate. You got killed. Happened a few years ago. We mourned your death. It was a lovely time. Okay, so we're in the middle of her flow still, and so at this point, Deno is going to do the same thing. He's going to dash and surge. And he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the Bone Eater's rear. And he's going to swing with the Fetosaurus. Deno is hitting on a 5+ normally. It goes to 4+ because he's carrying a death token. It goes to 3+ because he's in the rear. 2 swings, a critical and an 8. Anything for criticals, Deno? He does not. And so the Fetosaurus is strength 9, so he's winning on 2+. Wounds, wounds. That guy is dead. Our survivor down the end here, which is August, she's going to dash and surge. 1, 2, 3. Into the rear. She is wielding the Beast Knuckle. So she normally hits on a 6+ from the Beast Knuckle. I'll show you that. However, she has accuracy 3 and she's in the rear, so she hits on a 2+. 2 hits. And then the Beast Knuckle is strength 4. She is strength 5, which is a total of 9. So she wounds on a 2+. 2. And a 1. We'll spend a Guardian reroll. Do we need to spend a Guardian reroll? I'm not sure. We keep that systemic pressure token until the end of the showdown phase. Yeah, we'll do it. Guardian reroll into a 5. We got lots of Guardians, I think. So we'll do it on Kaylin. So that one's dead. Kaylin has a swing. With her bow, she hits on a 2+. She has legendary lungs, and so she gets to shoot again. She doesn't need to move. She's fucking hell. I'm on a tear. Surging. And she's strength 4 and the bow is strength 1, so that's a total of 5. So she is looking for 8s to crit and 4s to wound. So her first one is a 3, so that misses. Our second one is 8, which is a critical. And the critical rolls, the monster cannot counter at the end of its attack. Oh, we don't get to knock him into a thing. 1, 2, 3. So that is unfortunately the end of all of our pre-attacks. That Bone Eater is left alive on 1 wound. He is the only one left, so we will flip his face up. So he will now get to attack. I love the artwork on the Bone Eaters cards. It's just incredible. He will attack. He gets to choose a target, so he can choose Kalen or Deno. He will choose Deno because they're both equidistant. So he moves into Deno. And Deno has evasion 3. So he hits on a 3+ normally. His 2 speed goes to 6+. That's a 3 and a 4. So Deno takes 0 hits. And that is the end of the Bone Eater's actions. Deno will swing with the Fetosaurus. Hits him twice. Does a wound and kills him. That is the end of the showdown. A lot of setup for not a lot. Not a lot of outcome, but we do get loot. We do get loot. So let's go and have a look at the books. So level 2, we get 1 hunt XP, we get 1 weapon proficiency. So I think we'll just do it this way. Everyone did a wound with their respective weapons, so August gets a weapon proficiency. Kalen gets a weapon proficiency. Deno gets a shield, that's fucking great. Layla gets a weapon proficiency. Seb, you didn't do a wound, so you don't get any dagger proficiency, but that's okay. We didn't really need it. Bone Eater's thing goes away. Yeah, beat down. So the Bone Eaters at level 1 are a good challenge for survivors in the first 4 or 5 years. The Bone Eaters at level 2 are a good challenge for survivors a little bit later. We're at Lantern Year 15, and we drew those for the second time. We are well beyond their power level. As you progress up here, like at level 3, which is the next encounter we may have with them, they go to toughness 11 and actual 2 damage. And then at level 4, even level 4 right now, we could pretty much handle the Bone Eaters, I think, but we haven't played them yet. Okay, we get the Shawl of Determination rare gear, and then each Bone Eater, roll 1d10 for each Bone Eater defeated. On a 7+, the survivors manage to carve a random corpse from their body. So 4 Bone Eaters defeated, so 1, that's a 7, 2, that's a 9, 3, that's a 6, so you don't get anything, and last one is a 9, so we get 3 basic resources. Get out of here. Piss off, Bone Eaters. You stink. Bring this guy back. Hey, Sammy. Okay, so we get 4 basic resources, 3 basic resources, and the Shawl of Determination rare gear. Let's grab out the Shawl of Determination. Ooh, this is an interesting one. The dung beetle's a lot trickier. All right, well, Kalen's going to get rid of her fecal salve to take that. We'll discard the fecal salve that we picked up during the showdown. Good work, Deno. We come back to here. I'll draw my basic resources, of which I gain 3. Monster Hide, Monster Hide, Monster Bone. Perfect. And that is all from them. So we move on to the next random hunt event, which is this one. It is a random event, and we roll 49. '49 is pus fields. Do we carefully tread, roll again on the hunt event board? We'll carefully tread through the pus fields. 70, Tomb of Excellence. That's a good one. There's not many good ones, so you remember when you roll them. Tomb of Excellence. The survivors find a serene, luxurious tomb. Elegant murals decorate the walls, depicting glorious victories over the very monster the survivors are hunting. The survivors are baffled by its presence. The event revealer investigates and rolls 1d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're back up to August. Kaylin. All right, so we just roll a d10 and we add nothing to it. 6 to 9 is great. Pretty much anything but a 1 is great. A 6 is awesome. Each survivor gains 1 courage. Deno achieves bold and August achieves bold. Now, August already got bold, I think. Yeah, she already got bold, so she doesn't get to do a roll. But Deno gets to be bold. Always believe in bold. Oh, I already gained that. And so he will gain prepared. And then we roll on this table, bold, hunt phase triumph. Deno rolls a 1, gain a speed token for the next showdown. Well, that's not what I wanted. But for Deno, it is not a bad thing to have an extra speed. For someone else, it is a bad thing. But for Deno, it's okay. Another random event. It is a random event, and we flip 16. Night Terrors. Each survivor rolls 1d10. If the result is greater than their insanity, they learn something from the waking horror and gain an understanding. Otherwise, they gain 1 random disorder. So Deno needs to roll a 6. We'll do it from top to bottom. August needs to roll a 10. She rolls a 7, so she gains a random disorder. A random disorder from my giant pile of disorders. There's a lot of bad ones in here, but I'm actually trying to jank one called Ghostly Beauty. Schadenfreude. When another survivor suffers a severe injury, you are overcome with glee. Caitlin. So she needs to roll a 3 or higher, 2 plus or higher, anything but. Whew, she's fine. So she gains an understanding. Deno needs to roll a 6 plus, or 5 plus rather, in the tray, your mug. That's a lantern 10, so Deno gains an understanding. What a champion. Layla is unable to do so, so she will draw one of these. Subjugated. Very bad. And Seb, what disorder do you get? Your insanity is 7, so if we roll a 7 plus, you don't get 1. Sure, have an understanding. That had a lot of potential to be a lot worse than it was. We move onto the overwhelming darkness. There's a lot of highly thematic moments throughout this game. Yes. Don't we all suffer from a little bit of it watching silly people? Look at this. This is probably one of the most iconic Kingdom Death vibes ever. So we have travelled so far from our settlement that we have found overwhelming darkness. Ori class, how did you die? I think I sacrificed you at the something. Yeah, I think there was one situation where I had to nominate a survivor, and there was a potential you could have died, and you did die. All right, so each person can roll on the Path of the Brave because I have the Song of the Brave. So everyone in our settlement gets to roll on this. And you roll an 8. Suffer 1 event damage to your arms. Boom. Layla rolls a Lantern 10. Later gets the leader fighting art. Layla does not want leader. So she will attempt to ignore that leader roll. She gains a Lumi by exploring the maze. Deno, roll it on the table. Thing, you idiots. Deno rolls an 8. He suffers 1 event damage to the arms. Kaylin rolls a 4. So Kaylin has a -1 accuracy. No, she gains a -1 evasion token, but we are going to give that away. And all other survivors gain a survival from her brave display. Except for her. And then August. August rolls a 1. Spend all of your survival to save them or lose a courage. August, you have lost courage so many times. We don't need to save that person. That person can simply die. Just like Ori class did. Ori class, I wish I could remember actually, but I've lost 18 survivors now. We've had 18 of our brave warriors die. You can actually write on here, there you go, you're dead. You can actually write on here when you kill them, the cause of their death, if you want to look back and have fond memories of everyone that died. But I've been putting everyone in a fucking meat grinder in this in this campaign because I've taken a principle called cannibalize, which means when people die, I get to eat their faces. All right, we do this one and we get practice dummies. Okay, roll 1d10. We don't want a 1 to 3 here. A 9. If you have 3+ understanding, gain the cross-arm block fighting art. We don't need cross-arm block, so we'll take that one to the bank. We'll do herb gathering. All survivors gain 1 survival. And then we shall hunt our way in the herb gathering area. I actually better do this with this thing. I will find many survivors along the way. Yes, there's lots of ways to pick up population. Santa Claus came and actually dropped off a baby at our house one time, and that was really nice. Look at us. We're out gathering herbs. We're dancing around in the garden. Add the survivors' herb gathering scores into a single roll and consult the herb gathering table. So we are currently 9 and 3 is 12, 13, and because we're past overwhelming darkness, it goes to 14. It goes to 23. Next person, 33, 39, 41. Next person, 41, 48, 51, 55. We'll take this one because we don't want to explore the swamp. So we're just going to gain 2 fresh acanthus. And I will mark that with this. So that is our herb gathering. We will now do mineral gathering. LM. Here is mineral gathering. If we have a pickaxe, which we do, you may roll on this table. Boom. We roll an 8, gain a scrap, and we can find a cave. We may descend to the worm tunnels. Do we want to descend to the worm tunnels? Who could we send into the worm tunnels? This could be a great moment for us because we could get so much fucking iron into the worm tunnels. All right, I think we're going to send Layla because she has a sickle. So she also has a scavenger kit, which doesn't help her. She doesn't have a whip. All right, big rolls here for this, sending our survivor down into the tunnels. So we add +2 to this roll. She's not deaf. You're not deaf, are you, Layla? No, good. And great. So if we get a 6+ here, we can get an iron. That's a 2. So we get a 4, lose 2 survival and 2 insanity. That's a shame. And the last thing we do is tuning, which I'm not going to bother getting the book out for, but everyone gets to either gain survival or insanity. So August, she's going to gain insanity and she will gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaylin can't gain insanity, so she'll just gain 1 survival. Deno, he'll gain insanity. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Layla, she'll gain 2. And Seb will gain insanity. 1, 2, 3. I actually do need to get it out because I think there's a storytelling thing on there. Sonorous rest. Bong. We can rest to a tune. If we have an innovative storytelling, we roll 1d10. We put on a play with shadow puppets. We roll a lantern 10. No, I don't want that. Each survivor gains a random fighting art. I don't want a random fighting art, but we'll have to do it. So let's see what you flip. You flip tough. Do you want to keep tough? Tough's pretty good. All right, I'm going to do this. Here. So these survivors are slightly different to normal survivors, and so anytime they gain a fighting art, which is from original Kingdom Death, they have to roll on this table, which is called Vaultless. It's a very cool table. It's got possibly the best artwork in the book because they are exploring the inner depths of their own brains. If we want to attempt to get a survival art, you have to, yes, see there's no point. There's no point because systemic pressure. Yep, so we will just roll on Explore the Maze. You gain a Lumi and you do not gain Tough. Layla, she already has 1, but I think you can get more than 1. Yeah, no. So she is not going to gain a fighting art. Deno. Yeah, so they actually have to roll a dice with these. Come here, that's my favourite dice. Come back, you fucker. All right, so she gets a 4, so she gets a Lumi. Deno gets a 5, so he gets a Lumi. Kaylin flips. She got Legendary Lungs, so she just gets a Lumi. And August doesn't have a fighting art. She randomly flips. Giant's Blood, definitely not going to do that. She loses it and gains a Lumi. All right. We made it to the showdown, friends. Whee! Good work. Let's snip over here to the Dung Beetle Knight showdown. So there's the Dung Beetle Knight. We set up in this space here. So this guy generally targets Stinky, and so we will probably want to put her as our targets. Deno. She got Stinky? No. Seb the Scout, and the white chick is Kaylin, so Kaylin can be on the other end. Okay. So this Dung Beetle Knight is possibly the greatest showdown in the game. We'll apply rival bonuses again. We have max survival on everyone. We have plenty of stuff, so we just now have to build his deck. So this needs to be shuffled. Done. At level 2, this guy has 7 basics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 6 advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he has possibly some of the coolest thematic cards in the game. 1 legendary card. Scarab of Life, Swordmaster, or Rainbow Beetle. These are all fucking mad traits. Alright, so we've shuffled his thingy deck. He's got his speed and damage, his movement 7. Perfect. Alright, so because of our wisdom potion, we play with the top card of this face up. Is Filthy, Filthy Wings. He is toughness 14. And that is all she wrote. What is the Deno's Red Fist? Let's read Red Fist. At the start of each showdown, each survivor gains a +1 strength token. Well, the way that I read that, champions, is that everyone gains 1 more strength token, because this is a showdown just the same. So, gain a strength token, Deno. Gain a strength token, Kaylin. Gain a strength token, August. Gain a strength token, Layla. Got me on my knees, Layla. Alright, I think we're good to go. So let's just see if there's anything I've missed. High roller. It's good. Osteophage. Big Deno. He's got his stats already. And Kaylin. Okay. I'm excited, friends. I'm excited. So we flip the first AI card, and it is Beetle Flight. When this comes into play, all survivors with 6+ courage are excited by the challenge and gain a strength token. Kaylin, gain a strength token. August gets nothing. Deno gets nothing. Layla gets nothing. Draw an AI. While this is in play, the monster gains +10 movement and an evasion token. That is awful. If, however, we critical on this current AI card, so this is amazing. So this is the AI card on top of the deck. Persistent injury, broken wings. So if we crit this top one, he loses the Beetle Flight. Next AI card. Rhinoceros Charge. Furthest threat in field of view in range. That is incredible and very bad for us. So the furthest survivor is either Kaylin or August. We will have it be August, and she will spend a survival to dash. She is speed 5, and so her dash allows her to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the Dung Beetle is going to move and attack the target. The damage of the following attack is equal to the number of spaces the monster moved this turn plus 1. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. So the damage of this attack is 4, plus an extra damage token there, so 5. So 3 speed, hitting on a 3 plus. The 3 plus goes, the 3 plus goes to a 7 plus because she has an evasion. Now, do we put up a block with the shield or do we hold fire? We definitely don't want to get hit. It's actually speed 4 down because he's got a speed buff. Fuck. I think we will surge and we'll use our shield to put up a block. Okay, 0 hits. The block is up in place. So bleed 2 and bash doesn't trigger. He then performs ground pound. So ground pound is going to be 4 spaces. The ball goes 1, 2, 3. I'll put the ball 1, 2, 3. Like so. Okay, who is our most likely person to flip a crit here? It's probably Kalen. The evasion token doesn't impact her, which is good. So he's done. If we can get a crit here, we archive Beetle Flight and we gain an Elytria. Kalen is critting with the Vespertine bow on 9, 8. And the failure, yep, so she's fine if she fails this. All right, so we're going to do Kalen. She's going to activate. She's going to shoot her Vespertine bow, and she's going to use its special ability, which is you can make it speed 1 and accuracy plus 4. So she goes to accuracy 2 plus. He's got a -1 evasion, so it's 3 plus, but she has a reroll from Bow Specialist. So she rolls an 8. So she hits. Then, thanks to Legendary Lungs, for each successful hit made, make an additional attack roll. So she fails that, but she's got Bow Specialization, so she can reroll. So she hits twice. So we flip the 2 cards, an Impervious and Super Dense Location. Okay. So we are going to attempt to critical this with the Vespertine bow. So this roll is of massive importance, and if we can roll an 8 plus, we may, if we can't roll an 8 plus, we may re-roll using our re-rolls. So, oh, this is huge. Come on, Darren. Demo! 6. Okay. Who's got Guardian? Is 6 even a wound, by the way? Kalen's 6 and 6 is 12. No, it's not. So it's just a straight 8. So no Guardian. 1 Guardian. No Guardian. 1 Guardian. No Guardian. Okay, well, in that case, Layla will use a systemic pressure re-roll. Oh, we need to roll an 8 so bad. Come on, Darren. Oh, it's a 7, you fucking dog. I'll just make sure I haven't missed anything there. Maybe that is still a wound. Kalen, 6. Yeah, it is a wound because the Vespertine bow is 1 strength. So that's a wound, but it's not a critical. So he takes a wound. Now, before reactions trigger, we can potentially do a dash, and we will do that with Layla. She's going to dash and surge. Dash dash surge, and she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to kick the ball away. The ball gets rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Now the ball is not next to this guy, so we discard this and draw a new hit location. And it's a filthy resin sword, so Kaylin gets another crack to try and wound it, which would be great if she can roll an 8+ here. 7 to wound, 8 to crit. That's a 9, which is a crit. She gains 1 survival. She's already at max survival. We gain the regenerating blade rare gear. I've already got 3 of them. The monster suffers knockback 5 and gains a -1 damage token. That is immense. Kaylin, you have absolutely fucking done your weight in gold there, you superstar. I mean, I would have preferred it on the other one, but okay, before I'm actually going to knock him back this way. I'll show you here. We're going to knock him back this way away from Kaylin because she's on the end. So he's going to go there, which is going to knock her down. What have you got, August? You got something? Yeah, no, you're fine. Yep, so knock back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's knocked down from the collision, and that is the end of that. So someone, it won't be you, Seb, Kaylin actually is going to stand up August, and she'll actually move 1, 2, 3, 5. Stand up August. So Kaylin, great turn. What card is on top of the hit location deck? It is a Sentry Carapace. So August is going to move 1, 2 into the rear, and she is going to swing with the round leather shield. And I'll show you why she's going to swing with the shield. The Carapace is incredibly hard to damage, but you gain 2d10 strength when attempting to wound each location with a club, shield, or pickaxe. And she, in fact, has a shield. So the shield she's going to use is the round leather shield. Normally hits on an 8+. She's got 3 accuracy, so it goes to 5, and she's in the rear, so it goes to 4. It's a 7. She hits the Carapace, so she gets 2d10 additional strength to wound this location. So she needs a 7. The yellow dice is our critical dice, so if we roll a 1, it automatically fails. We do not roll a 1. We archive the Sentry Carapace, and that is done. And that still does a wound. Good work, August. Her turn is done. Deno and Layla. So Layla's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to kick that ball. Another 1d5. She kicks it 3. 1, 2, 3. Get the ball away from him. I fucking love this fight so much. And Seb. All right, so we need to get you involved. 1, 2, 3, because I want to use your sword. Deno, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Deno will go dash, and he'll have a swing with the Fetosaurus. So Fetosaurus, Deno's in the rear. Spend a survival to dash. He's in the rear, so Fetosaurus is hitting on a 3. That's a 7 and a 1, so the 7 is this. And it says, if attempting to win with a club or a shield, which we are, Deno has a single luck. Oh, he's got an extra speed. Got the speed token. Perfect. So we'll do that. That's a wound. And suffers -4 toughness and cancels all reactions till the end of the attack. That is not a reaction. So Wounding this one, it's a 7, it's a wound. It's not a critical. Move the ball, 1d10 spaces. Roll low, Deno. 3. I love you sometimes, mate. You're a fucking great guy. That's the end of our turn. Oh, Deno can surge. What's on top of the deck? Sentry Carapace. Deno will surge. Spends a survival and he rolls his shield again. Okay, 3 hits, including 2 perfect hits. He's not got subjugated. Okay, so we'll just mark our weapon proficiency on shield, weapon proficiency on bow, and that'll do. So we've got 3 hits. This could be bad. That's the bull, but we will discard that and draw a new hit location. Swarm of bot flies. Swarm of bot flies. Okay, we have to do bot flies. Deno has to roll a dice because these bot flies have come out of the guy. He adds his courage if the result is greater than 6. Okay, so Deno needs to roll a 5+. Yeah, I can do that. First one's good. Second one's good. So the bot flies are archived in both cases. And then he'll attempt to wound this. It's literally anything but. That's an easy wound. Deno gains a survival. He does that. That is archived. This goes on top. Awesome. Okay, so that is it. Here, I'll show you to him right now. This is probably the best camera. It's not, but yeah. This is one of the coolest little fights, this coolest little model. He's got his little ball. He's a great dude. So that's, so far, in the first turn, we did 6 wounds of 15. We've archived plenty of Sentry Carapace, so we'll do this. AI card, and it is Resin Sword Slash. The closest knockdown survivor in range. There isn't one. Closest survivor. Okay, so we could choose Deno. But there's a broken blade. Oh, that's amazing. So because we did that broken blade, this entire card is ignored, and we just do this. Adjacent survivors suffer 1 brain damage. 1. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's outstanding. 1. Get out of here, idiot. Okay, let's think about what we want to achieve out of this turn now. It's our turn. All right, so what we want to achieve. We want to kick the ball away again. Caitlin's already done her wound. We really want to get Seb into action. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You are not going to be able to do anything, so we'll just do your turn. Move 1, 2, 3, and that'll be enough. At this point, I'm going to spend a surge on August, and she's going to consume one of our acanthus that she's picked up. And she does that by spending a action. So she will surge. And that gains her a strength token from health. And we advance to health 2. Strength or accuracy token, okay. Health 2. So this is one of the big changes in the game, these beautiful knowledge cards. Completely changes the dynamic of the game and the framework. Awesome. She could do that every turn, actually. And then she will spend her action to punch him in the rear with a beast knuckle. 2 hitting on a 2+. A 5 and a 4. So, she has Qatar Specialist, which means she can cancel a hit location on the first revealed hit location, so she will cancel that reflex. She is needing a 3+ to wound. That is an 8, so that is a wound. Is it a critical? No, it's not. 1 wound. That reduces the toughness by 1 for the next attack. So this adds +6 toughness. So that means he's 20. And she is 7 + 4, which is 11 + 1, 12. So she needs an 8 to wound this. That's a 5, so that's not a wound. Loses survival. This does not get archived. What's on the top? Iridescent arms. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's probably okay now. I don't think I need to do anything with her for the rest of the showdown. Deno will swing with his shield. That's 2 hits. We get the iridescent arm and a sentry carapace. We will do this. Order. So the shield, Deno will roll the white dice on these 2. So that is a wound. Deno gains a survival. We'll flog this guy so far. That gets archived. That goes there. And then to wound this one, see if he can critical. Oh, you only got 1 lucky, Joker. It's not deadly, is it? No. Wound. The monster shuffles backwards. Suffer knockback 3 directly away. 1, 2, 3. And then perform ground pound. So ground pound is he rolls his dice towards, he rolls it towards him. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer bash. Nope. Move the ball 1d10 spaces towards the monster. Oh, 10. Get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You stupid ball. But does a wound. What is on top of the hit location deck? An untrained parry. Deno is the right person to do untrained parries. So he will move to there, and he will then spend his survival to surge. And he'll swing again with the Fetosaurus. Don't be the trap. Come on, Deno. That's a perfect hit. 2s are not a hit. So it's literally just that one. Amazing. And now, because Deno has the green gloves, I get +6 luck when attempting to wound a parry location, which means I critical on a 2+. That's a 4. Gain a random Dung Beetle Knight resource. Scarab Shell. That's another wound. We've only got 4 wounds left to do. So Deno's done. Let's go harvest the bug patch maybe. Yeah, we'll go harvest the bug patch. 7 is getting a random vermin resource. We gain ourselves a fiddler crab spider. Oh my god. What is going on? So her turn done, and she's then going to spend a survival to dash because she needs to get her proficiency point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaylin is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's perfect. That's the end of our turn. What hit location is on top of the deck? It's the Filthy Claws. No one's going to shoot. Monster takes its AI card. And it is Shoulder Bash, the closest stinky threat. We only have 1 stinky threat, and that is August. Move and attack target. Okay, this has worked out well for us. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's speed 8, not speed 50 because of its wings, but great. And then it is speed 3. 1, 2, 3. Targeting August, who is evasion 4. So it needs 8+. August will spend a surge to put up a block. So that's one hit on an 8+, which is the block over. They're going to perform ground pound. The ball rolls 8s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she suffers bash because of ground pound. That's the end of the monster's turn. So we have 4 wounds to do. What is our goals here, Deno? Our first goal is to get a wound from Seb and also a wound, the final wound from our Monster Claw style. So Deno's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to kick the ball away with his first action. And it goes 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Deno's then going to dash and surge. He's going to kick the ball away again. 1 space. Get out of here, stupid ball. Seb's going to go 1, 2, 3 into their rear and swing with the Grim Jaw. Here it is. This is your moment, my friend. 2 hits, including a perfect hit. You got anything for perfect hits, buddy? No, you do not. All right, so we flip 1. Don't be the trap. Don't be the trap. Oh, yes. It's not a club or a shield. There is a reflex. So we'll actually do this one first. Cool. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and critical this. You don't have any luck. Your total strength is 5. The Grimjaw is 4, so that is a total of 9. So we need a 5 to wound. We roll a critical. Fuck, I love being me. Oh, yeah. You break the monster's horn, gain a dung beetle knight resource, beetle horn. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's go. And that's one of these 3. And it is this one. Now you can attempt to wound this one. It's a 6, which is still a wound, I believe. 6, what do we work out? 6, 4, 15. Yep, that's a wound. Get out of here. He performs ground pound, so you are now knocked down. And the ball rolls 8 spaces, so the ball's back next to him. Great turn, great turn. Caitlin's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to kick the ball. 1, 2. She's going to dash. And she's going to kick the ball again. 1, 2, 3. It's on top of the hit location deck. The breastplate. So Caitlin has spent 2 survival. Okay, at this point, the only persons we have left is August and Layla. Layla is who I want to finish the job. So we're going to spend a survival from Deno to fist bump August, so she stands up. Actually, she got subjugated. No. Good, so she stands up. She will spend a survival to eat another fresh acanthus, or spend her action to eat another fresh acanthus. And so she then gains a strength token. And she will then swing with her Katar. Oh, this is such a risk. I don't really want to hit twice because I'll kill him. No, she's not going to do it. So she'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4, and she'll kick the ball. 1, 2, 3. Our last survivor is Layla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. She's going to swing in the rear with monster claw style. Oh my God, she hits 3 times. I didn't want to hit 3 times. Well, it's good, but she had to dash to get there. Dash, surge, dash. She's got 3 hits. She's got a perfect hit. We have plenty of re-rolls available to us. Don't be the trap, Deno. Don't be the trap. Don't be the trap. Oh! Oh no. Oh, okay. So, this is definitely the right one to do first. Okay, we just need to do a single crit here because we've got Savage. So Savage is 2 wounds. And so she's a 6. So the only way she wounds is by critting. So it's an 8 plus. Which one gets us the best thing? None of those have any resources. So there's no reaction on this one. There's no reaction on this one. The reflex is last. So we get 6 chances at rolling at 8 because we've got Guardian rerolls. So the first one, 6. We'll spend a Guardian reroll. That's a 1, so that one fails. We'll try again. That's a 9. That's a critical. Gain a survival and insanity. That is 2 wounds because of Savage and a critical. That is a weapon proficiency point for you. A weapon proficiency point for you. Deno's got his shield. Kaylin's got her bow. August's got her guitar. It's glorious for everyone involved. Exactly right. Yeah, so it's sort of similar to the old 40k days, mate. So you roll to hit, and if you're successful with your hit, then you roll to damage the monster. So the weapon will determine what your hit roll is. It's based on its accuracy. So a 6 plus means you hit on a 6 plus, but you get to add your accuracy to that. So the person wielding this is August, and she has 3 accuracy, which means she hits on a 3 plus. The monsters will gain evasion as the game goes on, and they get harder and harder to fight. So, yeah, it sort of tends to stay pretty level. And then you have to wound their toughness, which you combine your strength and the weapon's strength against their toughness, and then sometimes they have additional toughness or penalties. It's a very complex game. Okay, we will return from the showdown. That is so good. That feels so good. Manage departing survivors. Complete showdown. Okay, we're getting 2 hunt XP because of the bone eaters. We're gaining 9 endeavours. We're gaining 2 collective cognition, and we're gaining the following resources: 7 basic, 6 dung beetle knight. That 6, however, becomes 7 because we hit with the Grimjaw, 8 because we are hit with the scavenger kit. So the only one I think desperately want to see is an underplate fungus, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We missed out on a compound eye. It's the only one we missed out on. 3 caustic dung. 1, 2, 3. 1 cell. 1 preserved dung. Basic resources. 7 basic resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of bones there, Deno. Oh, this has been a great haul. Great haul. Okay, and then when we complete the showdown, we do Spelunking of Death. But the first time we defeat the Dung Beetle Knight after we innovated storytelling, we add Secret Meeting 2 years from now. I'm just going to grab these little booklets, and I'm going to put Deadism Marrowism and survivalism. We did get what we needed for Green Armour. We're going to add secret meeting to the timeline 2 years from now, which is here. Secret meeting. And we then go spelunking. So nominate up to 4 victorious survivors to be spelunkers. We definitely don't want to send Deno because he has no reroll. But Seb, you are going in with no reroll, mate, and so is August. Let's nominate up to. August will go in because she has a pickaxe. No, not August. Layla. Put me in cage. I'll send Layla in because she's got a pickaxe. Layla rolls a 5, get a skull and an iron. Fucking hell, I love PNB. You need to have a pickaxe to get that skull. Boom. And an iron. This is just a fucking train wreck, this campaign has been unbelievable. And an iron. Alright. And then I'm sending Seb in just because he wants to go in. If he rolls a 1 here, you just straight die, mate. So, oh, it's an 8. You can go into the Trial of Valor. Would you like to run into the Trial of Valor, Seb? Beneath the Passage of Bones, you find a secret entrance and are compelled to attempt the Trial of Valor. The Trial of Valor, roll 1d10 and add half your courage. So your courage is 4, so we're adding 2 to this roll, which means you can't possibly die. Would you like to attempt it? It's your call, champion. The Trial of Valor. Oh. Of course, we go into the Trial of Valor. So we roll 1d10 and we roll a 1. That would kill you, but because you have 2 courage, we instead roll a 3, which means you master your fears and you gain a courage. Had we rolled a 10, we would have then attempted the Trial of Wits. And if you do the Trial of Wits, you could potentially gain a permanent luck with a hidden crimson jewel, which is a lovely, lovely item. And I would have very much liked the hidden crimson jewel. But you survived the Trial of Valor. Okay. Great work, everyone. Great work. You're all wonderful. So let's grab this out so I can remember what happened. So the first thing that happens is we remove all injuries, we gain an endeavour, and so we should have 9 endeavours, which is perfect. We do a random settlement card. We don't have any of these on the timeline. Yeah, absolutely. Could not have rolled worse, still got better. Oh. We will not be taking Heat Wave. We will instead be taking Lights in the Sky. Fuck me. Everything about this has gone absolutely tremendously. Okay. Settlement's collective imagination is set aflame. After rolling for any endeavour, you may add +1 or +2 to the result. Okay, settlement event done. Update Lantern Year and trigger any story events. So we do have the story event places, everyone. We'll do that later because that is about departing for the showdown with the Lion Knight, and I need to figure out who we're going to send. So we then move on to check update death count, check milestones. We have none. So we need to flip our knowledge. So at the start of the settlement phase, we flip out 4 knowledge thanks to our forum and our collective cognition. And we gain Stone Architect. Oh, that's right. Rolling Dive, Terrible and Terrible. Mirror Eyes, that's one we may keep. And Meat Shield. 4 terrible ones. Well, Mirror Eyes is okay. All right. So, we have to do dream schematics, and we have to look at how many returning survivors have the Stone Architect. So August has Stone Architect, Kaylin has Stone Architect, and so we gain 2 added to our Dream project. You guys don't know what that is. I know what that is. We are at the start of the develop step, and so we have to do this. Build the dream. Seb, you can build the dream, mate. You roll a 5. Bad planning, you lose a resource. All right, we will lose a fresh acanthus. Oh, gosh, I feel excited. Okay, so we're going to upgrade health to health 2. Top, have a look at him, mate. Have a look at Topolus. He is an Axe Master. He is our highest XP survivor. He's a level 4 Dreamist. He's actually going out in the next showdown, and he's immortal. He's got leprosy. He triggered Game Master, which is an ability I was trying to get fucking the entire last campaign, and I could not get, and you just fucking raw dogged into it. You absolute fucking beast. Yeah, and we got Dark Eye 2 and Health 2. Yeah, and you got Bit of Frenzy, you're Axe Master, so you're just absolutely on and tear. So you're about to go down in the next showdown, actually, about to go in the next hunt. Okay, so before we do anything else, we are now going to enter in our no, I need to get Dark Eye 2. Dark Eye 2, Dano. Dark Eye 2 is in Deadism. You are absolutely Deadpool. Oh no, I already got it in there. Did I? Okay, let's enter in all of our resources and then let's do our level ups of our things. So, strange resource. Oh my god, this is going to be a ripping amount of resources. Gosh, I'm having a good time with this game. Whee! Alright, 1 iron. We're also getting a cell and 3 preserved caustic dung. We've got a skull. Oh, you know what else I get? Oh, I get a basic resources as well because of my amount of dudes. See you, buddy. Thanks, Minimancer. A love juice and a perfect organ because of all of the dead people in our settlement. We gain a perfect organ. We gain a love juice. We gain a broken lantern. Monster bone. Monster hide. Monster hide. Monster bone. Question marks. Monster hide. Monster bone. Monster hide. Monster bone. Monster hide. And a skull. And then Dung Beetle Knight resources. We really need to spend these resources, I think, because we're about to face level 2 Butcher. And he could wreck us. Scarab Shell. Scarab Wing. Century Fingernails. Century Shell. Elytria. Century Fingernails. Underplate Fungus. Scarab Shell. Scarab Shell. Beetle Horn. Okay, let's have a look. And we're going to feed the crab spider as well, vermin. fiddler crab spider as well. Okay. Let's do these rolls. So we'll do Seb's level up. So Seb is a survivalist, and he leveled up into level 4 survivalism. Cool. Survival beyond death. Roll a dice, mate, and you roll a 3. Your footsteps echo like a challenge. Oh no. Add 2 to your roll, result of 7 was innovated by family and hovel. That's annoying. I would have liked more +1 luck. Gain a Lumi. And you decide the next generation is in need of your tutelage. Gain the mentor ability. Oh, mentor. Get in. That is awesome. Spend to nominate another survivor with less hunt XP than you. They gain 2 Lumi and 2 hunt XP. And our collective cognition is 14. Gain evasion training. All right, evasion training. So, do we want nominate another survivor? You both gain evasion training. Jonathan Lumberjack, this is called Kingdom Death Monster, my friend. Evasion training, done. All right, that's good. That goes into our knowledge deck. The next person to level up there is Kaylin. Kaylin is going to level up Deadism. It's extremely complicated champion, yes. It's probably up there with the most complicated games ever. So she is a level 4 Deadist. Dead in the void. She gains a Lumi and rolls 1d10. She rolls a 7. She gains disassociation. Gain insanity equal to the settlement's death count. You can't gain it. You shitlords. Disassociation. Huh. And we add disassociation to the forum. So someone can buy disassociation. Do we want to give Kaylin disassociation? Do we want to clear Stone Architect? Feels pretty good. Yeah, we'll give her disassociation. That gets added to the Forum of Knowledge. And that's Kaylin's Deadism. And our Marrowist. Layla. Got me on my knees. Layla. Bow, bow, bow. So she's pondering rank 2. Rank 2 of Marrowism. Before resolving, consume a bone resource. All right. I think we'll be okay. Gain 1 Lumi. Layla, you absolute champion. And steady Okay, so we then roll a d10. Man, I would love to get... Oh, I'd love to get a 4, 5, 6. Ah, we'll see what we roll. Just don't roll a 1, Layla. Yeah, it's a 2. Okay, a smile stretches your parched lips over chipped teeth, gain stone skin. And we have collective cognition 16, so we gain a monster bone resource. Because we looked at our poo. Yes, that is actually what that says. It says, your bowels struggle and strain. You examine your stool for answers. It's hard and white. Gain 1 monster bone, basic resource. Sounds lovely. Oh, I would have loved to have gotten anything higher than that. Anyway, we gain stone skin from the Marrowism knowledge. Stone skin. Oh. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Layla Marrowism, stone skin. Okay, we're about to flip the most important card flip probably of this entire campaign. Organ, hide, bone at a cost of 1. There could be some casual cheating here if we don't flip what we want. Probably not. All right. Heart flute is not what we want. Records is not what we want. Shrine is not what we want. Come on, Dano. Nightmare training. I wanted Saga, but nightmare training will do. Let me just check my notes over here. Okay. That doesn't help us at all. Shrine, yeah, we'll take nightmare training. I really desperately wanted Saga there, but I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, I've got Song of the Brave. Got nightmare training. Ugh. We just need Koiria and Saga, and I think we're all set. Okay, let's go and have a look at our endeavours. So, okay, Jonas is going to spend 1 endeavour, and he's going to do this lights in the sky option. So Jonas is our guitar specialist. We desperately want him to survive, and so he's going to use this. He needs to roll a 4+. Oh, 2 goes to 4. Gains 2 survival. Do we use a lifetime reroll? Someone will get a lifetime reroll in play for Jonas. Jonas gets it. So Jonas is going to get... oh no, we can't do that. It needs Graves. Oh, that's shithouse. That is absolutely shithouse. We got cannibalised. That sucks. Why have we got cannibalised, Dano? You're a fucking idiot. We don't need to do trepanning. Don't need bed rest. We don't need bloodletting. We do want to use butchery. Citrinitas, no. Drafting table, no. Bone beats, no. Face painting is a possibility. Forbidden dance, we don't need. Leather worker, we don't need. Nightmare training, we will absolutely do quite a few times here. Partnership, we don't need. Pedal spiral, we do need. And roundstone training, we don't need. Rubido, we don't need. Harvest ritual, we can use harvest ritual now. Good. Storytelling. Subterranean architecture, we don't need to do. Weapon craft, we don't need to do. White mask, we don't need to do. Okay, so we get to basically play in the sprinkler with what we want. So we're going to go and use pedal spiral. We're going to spend an innovation on a survivor who has sword 6. So this is sword proficiency. She will roll a d6. She gets to add +2 to this roll because of lights in the sky. So that's a sword proficiency point. She will do it again. And that is a sword proficiency point. We gain sword mastery. Job done. Won't need to use that again. Nightmare training. So Deno is going to do nightmare training at a cost of 3 survival. 1, 2, 3. For nightmare training. And he rolls 1d10. He can add +2 to this roll, so we need to roll a 6, 7, 8, or 9. There is a 6, so Deno gains shield proficiency rather. And we add shield mastery to the settlement. This has been a wonderful encounter phase for us so far. August, I think August is going to use... We really need a second Qatar specialist, so that feels like a good move. So we don't need any more of these. We did gain 2 collective cognition this lantern year, but I think we'll hold off for Saga. We won't give birth to anyone until we have Saga. And 1, 2, 3. This is actually amazing. Add the Scully to settlement event to the timeline. If you can fit lights in the sky, it means you can control when you get Marrowism. It's actually very, very good. Matchmaker on Seb, Albedo, Trepanning. Maybe we'll do some Trepannings. Yep. So what disorders do we want to cure? Subjugated sucks. So we'll attempt to clear Kaelin's hemophobia. We roll a 1, which becomes a 3, which is clear a disorder. So that's 1. And we get +2 to that because of lights in the sky. Amazing! And 3 to 6 is cure a disorder. Job done. So, who else wants to clear a disorder? And do we have anything else we want to do it on? We do need to give birth to someone. So we are going to trigger Matchmaker. So we'll do a face painting, just one face painting. We succeed at the face painting. We will trigger Matchmaker. And then we'll probably do 2 more Trepannings. So we will roll on the intimacy chart. This is not an endeavour, so we cannot gain bonuses to this roll. H-I-J-K-L. Intimacy, here we go. We're adding +2 to this because we gained at least 1 collective cognition. It's a 2 and a 6, so the 2 becomes a 4. We gain a population and the newborn gains 1 strength. So the newborn will be a male and their name will be Claude. The parents will be Layla and August. Gains +1 strength from the fact that we have bed, and that is all. Now Claude gets to flip one of these. So this is brand new, and I've never done this. This is the first time. Call him Barry. All right, we'll call him Barry. He can be called Barry. Just for you, mate, because your guy died. So Barry actually gets to draw one of these. This is the first time I've drawn one of these. It's fucking Lantern Year 15 and I didn't innovate character yet. All right, we get, haha, the spear. -1 permanent blue affinity. Spears in your gear grid gain block. Oh, it did not like that. Do I have to build my character deck, maybe? Maybe I have to build my character deck. Where do I do that, Scribe Guy? Barry is here. Okay, you have to build it. All right. Cool. This is the first time I've done this, so. The spear. We know that one's in it. Weapon Master. The Adventurer. The Parent. So these are all like little fun extra abilities, because what the game really needs is more things. But the Gatherer, oh, the Gatherer, got to get that now that I've got that herb gather ability. The Hunger, the Dying, the Sword, the Watched, the Last Stand. These are just fun little abilities that just add a little bit more flavour to each character. You only get them when they are born. What does that one say? The Hoarder. The Tough. And it also gives you a justification to use specific models that the game comes with. Unique sculpts. Bright Knives, she's the best. The Axe. The Clever. The Magma. The Queen, yes, Queen. The Mad. The Brightside. The Berserker. The Disorderly. And finally, the Dark. And so you gain the Spear, which is -1 permanent blue affinity. Oh, look at this, Scribe Guy's so good. All right, our first character. We needed him in the game because next Lantern Year we're about to have Secretive from Secret Meeting with the Dung Beetle Knight. And yeah, huge showdown coming up in the next Lantern Year, friends. It's actually huge, the hugest possible showdown phase. There is 3 encounters in this Lantern Year. Let's have a look at our green armour. Okay, so we have a Litria, we have a Gormite, we have a Cell, we don't have a Lantern Bloom, we don't have Koirea, so we can't build that. Gormite we have, Stomach Lining we have, Calcified Juggernaut Blade we don't get till next year, 1 Iron we have. So this one we will build next year. 1 Iron, 1 Flower Knight Badge, 1 Calcified Greaves, 3 Bone, Forbidden Dance. We have Forbidden Dance, we have the Iron, the Flower Knight Badge and the 3 Bone. We have Calcified Greaves, haven't even been made yet. They will be made next year and then we will bury them straight away to calcify them. This one, Lion Knight's Left Claw, 2 Iron, 3 Leather and 1 Scarab Shell. We have a Scarab Shell, we have the Leather, we have the Iron, we have Citrinitas. The Left Claw we get this Lantern Year when we defeat the Lion Knight. And finally, Cell, Beetlehorn, DBK, Errant Badge. We have all of those, but we need the Old Master on the Settlement's Quarry list. That will happen in probably 4 years. I think on average. Let's have a look. Secret Meeting. So part 1, we add Secret Meeting to the timeline 1 plus 1d5 years from now, and the Secretive Disorder must have 3 Hunt XP. That's easy, we can get that no problems just with Lumi. And the Nominated Survivor gains Beetle Strength. Oof. So it's going to take us a few years to get the Old Master added to the Quarry list, but that one will happen. What's that one for? The Green Helm. So that one's going to happen hopefully soon. The minimum number of years it'll be is 21. So we're going to try and probably use lifetime rerolls to try and get that one. So most of these will happen in the next few Lantern Years. We're going to do it. As long as we can defeat the Manhunter, as long as we can defeat the Butcher level 2 now and the Lion Knight level 3, as long as we can defeat both of those guys, because the Butcher goes through and destroys all of our storage, which is awful. And the Lion Knight, if we don't beat him, we don't get one of the parts we need. So, okay. I've got 2 more endeavours to spend. We're actually going to do Nightmare Training on Layla at a cost of 1, 2, 3. And she wants to roll a 6, 7, 8 or 9 on this roll. That's a 6, so she gains a weapon proficiency point. And she will spend 1, 2, 3 survival to Nightmare Train again. Come on, Deno, just be you, mate. 6, 7, 8, 9 with 2 rerolls on it. 4, so we spend a survival to reroll. 9. Piston Tooth Mastery as well. That is an absolute ripping settlement phase for us to finish. We finished 4 weapon masteries. Sword, shield, fist and tooth. No, 3. Fuck, we could have got guitar as well, but we didn't need to. Okay. So the last thing we have to do now is decide which survivors are heading off into the wild blue yonder to face off against the Manhunter Special Showdown, and then the Lion Knight Special Showdown, and then the Butcher. So the people who have to go against the Lion Knight, I think we'll probably do the Lion Knight first. Yeah, Barry's the spear, but he's not going to be going out on a hunt because he's going to be the target of our secret meeting. So this is one of the advantages of having knowledge, right? You know, I know what secret meeting does. It tells you Lantern Year when the secret meeting appears. you pick a survivor with 0 hunt XP and follow part 1. So we had to have someone with 1, otherwise we would have had to use a nuffy. So they gain secretive and understanding, and we add this to the timeline again very soon. Then when that triggers again, if you have secretive, which we do because we gained it just then, and 3 hunt XP, you continue the story. If you don't, you fucking end the story and you lose the chance to do it. So, however, we can use this ability from the forum, and we can also use that ability that we just picked up on Seb, which is actually quite tremendous, by the way, Seb's ability, which is it's called Mentor. Spend 1 to nominate a survivor with less hunt XP than you. They gain 2 Lumi and 2 hunt XP. And then at the forum, you also have the option to spend rigorous study, mentorship, nominate a survivor to gain 1 hunt XP at a cost of 2 Lumi. So next Lantern year, we will mentor this dude and get him a Lumi. So he's literally ready to go. He's not going anywhere. And then he gains Beetle Strength, 2 permanent Strength, and a permanent Speed. And we add the Secret Meeting Part 3. The Secret Meeting Part 3 adds the Old Master to the quarry list. And that is the moment that we can craft the last piece that we need. So knowledge is everything in this game. The first time you play this game, you get the absolute ever-living shit kicked out of you. And you're like, what is happening? This game's messed up. I can't do anything. All my guys keep dying. And then the more knowledge you have, the more ability you have to make decisions where you're like, okay, well, I know that's coming, so I need to do this. Or I know, X, Y, Z is about to happen, so I need to do that. But we will just go and have a look in storage if we can craft anything. Filters, craftable, settlement locations. The blacksmith is probably something we will look to craft soon, blacksmith gear. But I don't do that until I've done the green armor. We don't need any Gorm stuff. We don't need a whip. We do need to craft another monster grease because we lost one. Picked up a fecal salve, great. We lost a monster grease. We don't need any of those. All right, let's just have a look at the wet resin crafter and see what we can make from there. Because rolling armor set would be nice to have up our sleeve, actually. Okay. This fucking game, man. So here's what we're trying to achieve in this campaign. We're trying to build this. When you have all of the pieces of an armor set, you gain this benefit of this completed set bonus. The completed set bonus for this is ridiculous. You add +5 to all hit locations. I mean, most of my survivors are rocking around with less than 5 to begin with. No, well, there is a way to do that, but no. Generally, the only benefits you get as the campaigns as you move into the next campaign is you have some benefits, some passive benefits that your settlement gets as the game progresses. So once you've played 15 campaigns, all of your survivors start with 1 permanent accuracy forevermore. So, but there's commensurate things that happen after that as well to the monster. They get tougher bonuses and shit. So this is what we're trying to build. There are 7 pieces. The various bits and pieces that you need to be able to win this armor is extremely challenging. We've done every part of it. And as long as we can win these next 2 fights, that's it. It just happens and we make it. So the next 2 fights are the most important fights in our campaign. Rolling armor, rubber bone harness, scarab circlet, rainbow wing belt. So we can build a rainbow wing belt. So let's do that. That doesn't require any nightmare corn. So rainbow wing belt. A skell, we're definitely not using a fucking cell. We're going to use that and a hide to craft a rainbow wing belt. done. We also need rubber bone harness we can't make, scarab circlet we can't make. Or can we build a rubber bone harness? Scarab circlet elastic harness, no we can't, but we will be able to make that next year. We've got calcified greaves under there already, or shoulder pads. We need to make 2 greaves. So that means I need to get 1 more beetle horn. We do that next year. Don't need any more digging claws. Don't need a beetle bomb. Scarab shell, beetle horn, underplate fungus, century fingernails, compound eye, hide bone. I'm pretty sure we got a compound eye. We didn't get one in that hunt, but I'm pretty sure we got one. Oh no, we don't have a compound eye. What does that prevent me from making? The scarab circlet. That's okay, we're gonna have to do another thing anyway, so. All right, well that means on this Lantern Year 17, we probably fight another dung beetle knight at level 2. We could probably beat a level 3 right now, which is fucking wild to me. And then we are going to absolutely do a harvest 1, 2, 3 here, which we'll do that next Lantern Year. So the only extra resource I need is a compound eye and another beetle horn. So once I have those 2 things, we can make a full rolling set as well, which is awesome. Rainbow wing belt may not get used, but it may. That's it, friends. I am going to go off and have some lunch maybe, and then set up for some amazing showdowns that I will be playing and recording for my campaign. You're all wonderful. Thanks for joining me today. Have a fantastic day.